Hello, Mike Searles, the comeback coach, here to answer the question, what is a setback in life? Now, the word setback is included in the definition of the word adversity. If we look up the word adversity, we'll see that adversity is setback or suffering. A setback is associated with suffering in the context of adversity. There are 6 main types of adversity: physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, and financial. But to have an understanding of adversity, we need perspective. So let me tell you the story of one man who experienced all 6 adversities combined and for several consecutive years, and yet, despite all odds to the contrary, was able to survive and write 39 books afterwards, one of them becoming a bestseller. His name, Viktor Frankl. His adversity was life in various Nazi concentration camps, and his best-selling book is Man's Search for Meaning. I won't give the full story, but if the name Viktor Frankl is new to you, then I would encourage you to search and educate yourself on this man's experience during the Second World War. In summary, though, Frankl was an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, and philosopher at the time when the German Nazi Party started locking up Jews en masse in concentration camps. It was in 1942 when Frankl and his parents, his wife, and his brother were arrested and sent to a German concentration camp. Frankl's father died there within 6 months. Over the course of 3 years, Frankl was moved between 4 concentration camps, including Auschwitz, where his brother died and his mother was killed. Now, pause for a moment to get perspective and think on this. Think on those 6 main types of adversity I mentioned: physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, and financial. To say Viktor Frankl's semblance of normality in those 6 states was challenged would be a gross understatement. The grief, trauma, loss, and depression must have been unfathomable. How do we recover from such adversity? As when we lose our freedom, our dreams, we lose our health, and we lose even our loved ones. Imagine the anxiety, the uncertainty, and the pent-up frustration. The thesis of Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, is that we can overcome life's challenges by finding a purpose in life and immersing ourselves in imagining and working toward the fulfillment of that purpose. The key to living through and coming out on the other side of adversity is finding a purpose that gives meaning to our setbacks and sufferings. Viktor Frankl found purpose while in those concentration camps by rewriting from memory onto scraps of paper his destroyed manuscript of a book he had completed before being arrested. When you read Man's Search for Meaning, you'll read of how Frankl observed fellow Jews in those camps who had lost their sense of purpose and who either committed suicide, put themselves in situations where they would be shot dead on the spot by the German camp guards, or chose a slow death through willful starvation. Again, I suggest Viktor Frankl's experience of adversity and of all those who have suffered under similar oppressive regimes helps give us some perspective today when we find ourselves in the middle of what we regard as adversity, setback, or suffering. Making a comeback after adversity gives rise to renewal, a rebirth, and a discovery of spirit. Despite the gravity of the worst adversity, the worst setbacks, the worst suffering imaginable, the inner self is never lost. It can never be taken away. It can never be beaten. And it is the one thing which will reliably carry you through to the other side of setbacks. This is Mike Searles, the comeback coach. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 motivated people get back on track after setbacks. Thanks for listening.